Hello people of YouTube, Christian Lyster-Bradley here as always, and I was just sitting here looking stuff up online, watching some TV and stuff, and well actually I was watching a video of some YouTubers who had their top 10 favorites, their top 10 strongest Pokemon and so on, and it got me thinking that these Pokemon all have incredible speed stats and all that and everything, but I want to focus on their abilities. So for this video, I am doing specifically my, which means this is my own opinion, so don't get triggered if your favorite ability isn't on here. If any of you have a favorite ability, I mean, most of you probably only have a favorite Pokemon, and that Pokemon just happens to have your favorite ability. Okay? So, I've got my list here, but, excuse me, sorry. I've got this description of all the different abilities here, their descriptions. I wrote them down here, my favorites. Okay, so let's get into this right now. Oh, by the way, I do not own this list. I do not own any of these abilities. I do not own any of the names or anything in this video, except for what you see in my little recording area. Anyway, so here are my top 10 favorite or most used abilities that I've actually used. Some of these I've only just heard of, and I actually wish I had gotten the Pokemon that can use some of these abilities, because these are really, really good abilities. Some of these abilities might be like rare for some Pokemon, or might only be on a certain Pokemon. So I'll give that list, or I'll give that name as well as what I've got here. Only some of them, because I'm not gonna read like all of them, because that itself would be a bit odd. Some of these actually show how many Pokemon actually have this certain ability. So I'll name that one if I actually know what Pokemon it is. Okay, so at number 10, it's Comatose. Okay, and that ability is owned by Komala. And what it says here is prevents all status conditions except sleep. So it will prevent paralysis, burn, confusion, frost, or freeze, or frozen, whatever. It'll prevent being poisoned, and all that. That's actually a really cool ability. I like that. Yeah, it belongs to Komala. The next one I have here is called Long Reach. And that's actually an ability I only just now found out about. And it's a really cool ability too. Because the Pokemon uses its moves without making contact with the target. That's really cool, especially if you're trying to keep away from Pokemon with like Flame Body, Static, Poison Point, and all them. That's a really cool ability, and I'm gonna look up right now. Long Reach, and see who has it. Who has it? Oh, that's cool. That's really freaking cool. I didn't know this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is like a hidden ability. If not, I am... Yeah, long reach as a hidden ability. Oh my gosh, it's a hidden ability for the Rowlet line. Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye. That's really cool, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Dang, that's cool. Okay, so next one is Solid Rock. I really like that ability because it's not a really rare ability. I don't think. Okay, only like 4 Pokemon have it. That kind of sucks a bit. That only 4 Pokemon have it, but it makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't expect like every single Pokemon in the world to have it. I mean, you wouldn't expect every Pokemon to have the same move. Okay, so Pokemon with Solid Rock would be Camerupt, Rhyperior, Tortuga, and Caracosta. That's really cool. Okay, I remember Solid Rock being a really cool ability back in like the days of Sinnoh when Rhyperior was first introduced, and I really wanted Rhyperior. Oh, I wanted it so badly, but I could never like get it because it was so hard for me to get it back in those days because I didn't have a friend to trade with. And I didn't have a second game to like get the Pokemon on there or back and all that stuff. Okay, so that's really cool. Okay, I should cross these off. Okay, I've done Comatose, Long Reach, Solid Rock. The next ability I'm going to list off is Intimidate. Now, I'm not going to name off the Pokemon who have that ability because, let's see, how many actually have Intimidate? 32 Pokemon have Intimidate. I'm not going to list off all of them. I mean, I might, if you guys want me to. This isn't live stream, so I don't know if anyone wants me to or not. But Intimidate, everyone knows it lowers the foe's attack stat, and that's really cool to me because if my opponent has a high attack stat and like my Pokemon who has Intimidate has a low defense, then that pretty much lowers the attack stat of my Pokemon so that of the opposing Pokemon, so that my Pokemon will be able to stay in longer if it gets hit. That's really cool. I really like that. Okay, so Intimidate is out of here. This one I only just found out about, and it's a really interesting ability because it's not one I've actually ever heard of before. I mean, I've heard of a lot of other abilities like Heat Proof and Healer and all them. This one is called Heavy Metal. And it's an ability that doubles the Pokemon's weight. Let's see. Heavy Metal. And I'm looking it up because only 5 Pokemon have it. I'm interested in who actually has it. This list here on the search isn't giving me all of them. So here we go. Aron, Laron, Aggron, Bronzor, and Bronzong. I would have thought like more Pokemon would have that. To be honest. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Heavy Metal doubles the Pokemon's weight in battle. Increasing weight affects these moves: Grass Knot, Heat Crush, Heavy Slam, Low Kick. That's cool, but I wonder if it helps. I wonder if it helps out Gyro Ball. That was actually my first question when trying to deal with figuring out this list. Okay, well that one's out. Got Heavy Metal out of the way. Okay, next, you know what? I'm gonna go with Speed Boost. Only 12 Pokemon have this. Well, that's not surprising, but at the same time, I would kind of figure that more Pokemon would have it. And it's an ability that gradually increases speed, and I've seen it many a time on Ninjasks and Blazikens. Okay, here we go. Speed boost. Speed boost. Bam. Okay. Pokemon with speed boost is Yanma, Blaziken, specifically Mega Blaziken, Ninjask, and Yanmega. Speed boost as a hidden ability. Torchic, Blaziken, Combustion, Blaziken, Carvanha, Sharpedo, Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede. That seems about right. Okay, this next one is the last one of the ones before I get into the top 3 that I actually like, because, well, it's one that I've used often, and it's one that I feel is really, really useful for progressing through the game quite a lot. And this specific ability has 27 known Pokemon that have it, and it's called Frisk. And the Pokemon can check a foe's held item. That's really cool to me, because the way you can do this is if you have a Pokemon with Frisk and you put it on the front of your team and you go to a Pokemon that you want to see if it has the item, but you don't want to catch that Pokemon because you might already have it, you can switch up that one and get a Pokemon that knows the ability Pickpocket. Now, Pickpocket isn't on this list because I didn't think I wanted it on this list, but that it gets an honorary mention before the top 3. Okay, I'm just saying that right now. Pickpocket steals an item when hit by another Pokemon. That is really cool, and it has seven known Pokemon that actually have it. So let's see. Pickpocket. Yeah, here we go. Pickpocket. The Pokemon with Pickpocket are Sneasel, Seedot, Nuzleaf, Shiftry, Weavile, Binacle, Barbaracle. Nice. I like that. That's really cool. So if you have any of those Pokemon with that hidden ability, you can definitely do quite a bit. Okay, Frisk is bye-bye. And this next ability is the RKS system. And I really like it because it's only on the one Pokemon. The one Pokemon out of every Pokemon that I wanted in Pokemon Sun and Moon when it first came out. It's the one Pokemon I wanted more than anything for my team, but I could not get it until late game. Until really late game, like after you beat the Elite Four and everything. And that Pokemon is Savali. The RKS system changes type depending on held item. I wish it would be more specific and say that it depends on the memory disk you're using, because that's really what it should say, but yeah, whatever. Okay, a lot of you might get triggered by this one because it's actually an ability, like, I think everyone can agree on that they just love to death. Like, if they had to pick any ability for any Pokemon to have, for this one Pokemon that everyone fell in love with in the anime, they would want it they would want it at all times. And for their very first ability for their starter. And no one can lie to me on that because I'm that person who wanted it. And it is Battle Bond. Yeah, Battle Bond is my number 2. And, well, I really shouldn't say it's my number 2. I should say it's tied for first, but I can't because I have to make a choice. I just have to. I just have to make a choice. Battle Bond. Transform into Ash Greninja after causing opponent to faint. That's a really cool ability, and it's actually freaking amazing that only Greninja can have it. And it's not even that, and it's not an easy ability to get because you have to have that special Greninja in order to get it. I have that special Greninja. I was lucky enough to get it. Okay. Now, Battle Bond. Out of here. This video's gone for 16 minutes. I didn't mean for it to go that long. I just been talking so much. This next ability, I know it by heart, but I'm going to read it to you anyway because I feel the need to. And my favorite ability out of all the abilities, and I'm going to type it up first because I want to. It's one of my most favorite abilities. Mainly because it is on 2 of my most favorite Pokemon ever to exist. Now, you might be saying favoritism. That's fine. This is only my opinion. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that this ability is so good to me in game, when I actually have the Pokemon with it, I would definitely have Battle Bond be number 1. I would definitely have it be number 1. You can quote me on that if need be. But this ability that I'm talking about right now, it is my most favorite because it's so good in game. And that ability is Tough Claws. Yep, Tough Claws. That is the ability that I've chosen. It boosts the power of contact moves. And it only has 6 Pokemon that can use it. Only 6 Pokemon. 3 of them being Megas, so we're not going to count them. We're not going to count them at all. But I'm going to name all of them because I want to. The first being Charizard, Mega Charizard X, Aerodactyl, Mega Aerodactyl, Metagross, Mega Metagross, Binacle, Barbaracle, and my tied for favorite, Lycanroc, Dusk Form. Damn it, shut up, whatever the hell you are. Now, you're probably saying favoritism. That's fine. You can say favoritism. Honestly, I'm probably being really favorite right now. I probably am because I'm seeing these abilities and writing them down and saying that it's number 1 in my book because of the Pokemon. But no. You see, I myself love a lot of the physical moves. Shadow Claw, Metal Claw, Dragon Claw, Scratch, Fire Punch, Fire Fang, Thunder, all of them. I love physical attacks. And I focus on 3 things when it comes to my Pokemon. I focus on attack power, I focus on special attack power, and I focus on speed. And I want to say 3 out of the 6 here have the speed. Lycanroc Lycanroc is tied for favorite because of how cool its design is. And I like dogs. I do. I like dogs. Arf, arf. I like dogs. They're really cool. And Lycanroc being the wolf Pokemon it's really cool. But Charizard, if it wasn't for Lycanroc and its design and its lore and everything, I would say that Charizard is by far my number one favorite when it comes to this ability, because not only is it really powerful, is it super kick-ass, is it really good in a lot of battles, whether type advantage or not, it's really good in battle. Its physical power and the fact that it can do so many physical moves just makes Tough Claws so much greater and stronger than it is. And the speed stat that they have, with it being so monstrous, or, well, maybe not monstrous in the terms that it's the best in all the games, because it more than likely isn't. I don't know who the fastest in the game is, but I'm pretty sure it's not Charizard and Lycanroc. And if it is, then more power to them. But it's the fact that their speed is so high, and the fact that their attack stats are so well up there, and the fact that Tough Claws, and if you can get Stab with high attack power, first to hit, and with Tough Claws, you will almost, I say, guarantee yourself a one-hit KO against almost any Pokemon you have an advantage against. No freaking lie. Well, okay, it might be a lie to most of you, I don't know. But yeah, that's my top 10 list for Pokemon abilities. If you guys have a difference in opinion, leave your list in the comment section below, and I will read it, and I will get back to you. I will get back to you on my thoughts, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah, I want to get a conversation going. I want to get a conversation going with you guys. I think that it would be nice to have a conversation with all of you. Anyway, so that's my video. Good day, good night, good fortune to you all. Bye. Just bye. Lycanroc. Charizard. Bam!